Hey everyone, welcome back to DIYs with Sonia. Today I'm bringing you some high-end home decor dupes inspired by Olive Atelier and Crate and Barrel. These DIYs will give you that designer look for a fraction of the price. If you love high-end style on a budget, make sure to stick around and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a project. Now let's jump right into these stunning DIYs. For my first DIY, I braved the snowy weather to head outside and find the perfect large branch to create a fall silver dollar eucalyptus tree. This is a crate and barrel dupe, and I wanted it to be around 8 feet tall. And luckily, I found a suitable one near my neighbor's house, who also happens to be my mother in law. So I had permission to cut it down. Using a small handheld chainsaw, I cut the branch and brought it inside. To create the base, I picked up a flower pot from Dollarama for $4 and a bag of concrete from Home Depot. The concrete I chose had a pebbly texture, which worked well for this project. If you need a smoother finish for a different DIY, you might want to choose a finer mix. And here is what the branch looks like that I decided for this project. I mixed equal parts of water and concrete, stirring it until fully combined. This took a bit of effort, but it wasn't difficult, just a bit of a workout. Once the concrete was ready, I placed my tree branch into the pot. You can mix the concrete separately and then pour it into the pot, but I found it easier to mix everything directly in the planter. For stability, I had my husband hold the branch upright while I secured it with wooden supports and heavy objects on top to prevent it from tipping. It took about an hour for the concrete to set. One set, I headed back to Dollarama and I picked up silver dollar eucalyptus branches for $3 each. Initially, I bought 11, but after reassessing, I went back and purchased 7 more. I trimmed each eucalyptus branch into smaller pieces and hot glued them onto my tree branch. Another option would be drilling small holes into the branch and inserting the stems, but I found hot glue to be a quicker and easier method. The original inspiration tree was priced at 600 from Crate and Barrel. My version came in just under 60, a huge savings. Once the leaves were attached, I made a few final trims for a more balanced look. Also felt that the middle needed a bit more filling up with branches. And here it is, all filled up and trimmed up, and I love how it looks. I placed my tree in a wicker basket I already had, similar to the inspiration piece. To the basket, I am also going to add some burlap. You can add some rocks and deer moss or any type of filler that you think would look good. I love how it turned out. It makes such a statement in my front entryway for a fraction of the price. For my next DIY, I thrifted two tortilla bowls for $2.79 total. I planned to use cement and Vaseline for a high-end aged look. And here is the bowl that is my inspiration piece. My shape is obviously going to look a little different, but I love the way this one looks. First, I mixed equal parts of cement and water until smooth. Before pouring, I applied Vaseline inside one bowl and on the exterior of the second. This trick ensures the cement releases easily once set. I poured the mixture into the first bowl and pressed the second bowl into it, adding weight on top to keep it in place. After letting it set for 24 hours, I removed the top bowl, but the cement was still damp. I allowed it to dry another full day before unmolding it completely. It wasn't 100% dry yet, but I decided to move forward with painting. I took some paper towel and just wiped off any extra Vaseline that was on here. And here you can really see that it did need a little bit more drying. And also when I was rubbing it, it was rubbing off a little bit of the cement off, which I thought was fine because it was just giving it more of that aged look. For a rustic aged effect, I used a wet paper towel dabbing technique with black, brown, and white paint, layering the colors to create depth. Once finished, I flipped it over and painted the inside as well. Unfortunately, disaster struck. While moving the bowl, I tripped over an object behind me. And here is the object. Knocking it against the counter and it shattered. Even though this one didn't survive, I wanted to share the process because not every DIY goes perfectly. The good news, I can always make another one. For my final DIY, I picked up a $5 pot from Dollarama and decided to give it an old world stone effect using joint compound. This is another Olive Atelier inspiration, and here are the two pots that kind of gave me an idea on the texture and the direction that I wanted this pot to go. Wearing gloves, I applied joint compound directly to the pot, creating organic texture by spreading it in different directions. I made sure to cover at least a quarter of the interiors inside, since some of it will be visible, depending on what's placed inside. Once the compound dried, I lightly sanded off any rough or overly thick areas. Next, I searched my basement for paint and I found a mystery shade I don't recall purchasing, but it turned out to be perfect. I used it as a base color and I painted the whole thing. And then I went in and layered cocoa Rust-Oleum chalk paint, and also I mixed the cocoa Rust-Oleum chalk paint with some of that base color to add dimensions. Using a wet rag, I blended the darker and lighter tones, adjusting until I achieved the aged stone look I wanted. If one color felt too overpowering, I simply went back in with the base shade to tone it down. The final result, absolutely stunning. Unfortunately, it turned out to be too short for my eucalyptus tree, so I'll be on the lookout for a taller planter. But I know I'll find a perfect spot for this one. I hope you enjoyed these high-end Olive Atelier and Crate and Barrel inspired DIYs. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite and if you plan to recreate any of them. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new DIY. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.